will stay at Darling Stadium. It's one of the great American rivalries. It's Phoebus, it's Hampton. This time, though, not for a district championship, but it still carries a lot of weight in the area.
No, not for hardware, but is there a better rivalry in the state? There might not be. The Crabbers and the Phantoms. Hampton on offense first. Jeremy Eubank now healthy at quarterback, the transfer in the offseason from Verona in the Central region, but batted down at the line of scrimmage as the Phoebus defensive line, as we've seen time and time again this year, Matt, coming up with some big deflections and an interception right here by the linebacker boombox Justin Lyles.
Lyles with a big interception. That set up a field goal opportunity here for Phoebus. Phoebus, though, cannot convert as they had an injury to their all-everything quarterback. I believe it's a groin injury to Eric Anderson.
Yeah, Eric Anderson not at 100%, and Hampton trying to capitalize with Phoebus not completely at full strength. We know a guy that's at full strength, those two running backs. Marshawn Williams, the sophomore, number 42, and the number 32, the senior Dallas Cogdell. That's a great combination on the ground. Some bruising runners for Hampton, and Phoebus has a physical defense to match them in this great slugfest.
Yeah, Anderson here in at quarterback. He's going to hand off to his running back, and we talk about the Phoebus defense. You got to talk about this stingy Crabber defense right there, hitting the quarterback. Eubank back in the quarterback now, trying to move the ball through the air. Receiver, though, losing the football, goes out of bounds, so will remain Crabber football. They're going to continue to go back to the running game now, and you see a hole here for the carry for the Crabbers.
Marshawn Williams, the sophomore, yet again with the carry. Give it right back to him. Why not? As Williams busts his way into the end zone. Oh, it's fumbled, but they're going to say, is it a touchdown? Well, Hampton will be able to score 7-0 in favor of the Crabbers with 4 minutes and change to go in the first quarter. Phoebus back with their running game. Tony Pittman, he's been running real hard and well for the Phantoms as they have a nice duo on the ground with Pittman and Desmond Belfield. Here's the fake, and Anderson will keep it, and he is met. Ooh, he is smushed right there by some Crabbers, in particular there, Christopher Flood with the hit. Anderson now back to throw, looking over the middle, got his man, and it's complete for a first down, and Phoebus starting to mount a drive.
Yeah, you see Anderson on that run play. You could tell he was hampered by that leg injury. However, this time, though, the Crabbers defense just swarming to the ball carrier. Anderson under center again here. He's going to drop back. He's going to play action. He's looking to the end zone. Pass, though, is caught, and it just is able to get the Phantoms on the scoreboard. 7-7 now. You see the Crabbers cheerleaders trying to rally the troops here as the Crabbers look to end what's been about a 4 or 5 game losing streak in this series for the Crabbers.
And Hampton trying to finish off the regular season with 6 consecutive wins after that 2-2 start to the year, showing some good versatility with the running backs they have. They put the ball on the carpet, but fortunately, ball hops right back to Hampton, and they don't turn it over here. You can't turn the ball over and beat Phoebus, but Hampton able to stay with it there. Phoebus now trying to get the lead in this game. It's tied heading into the fourth quarter. They're going to keep it on the running game here. Two great defenses going at it, trading punches, Matt, and you see Pittman with the run again as they're getting closer and closer to field goal range. Remember, Anderson not at 100%, so interesting to see what the call will be for Coach Stan Sexton, but they're chewing up clock and getting little by little right near where they want to be down the field.
Yeah, Anderson with a nice fade, falling away past there. Now they're going to go right back to Pittman. Pittman had a very productive game, 36 carries, just under 150 yards on the day. Unfortunately, he wasn't unable to find the end zone, but you go back to the special teams, Matt, and there it is, the block made by the Crabbers.
Blocked field goal at the end of regulation. Hampton has to feel like they've got a little bit of momentum to come up with the stop there, and they can try to snap this Phoebus winning streak against the Crabbers in this great rivalry series. Phoebus gets the ball first in the extra session. No surprise, they're going to run the ball up the middle. Why not? It's been so successful for them for so long. And inside, you see they're getting close, but the Hampton defense making crisp tackles. Chris Flood, one of them. You also see Marshawn Williams, Dallas Cogdell and company getting great stops from the linebacker position and the defensive lineman.
Yeah, another tough run there for Pittman. He does a great job of holding on to the football. And here in overtime for the field goal, the kick is up, and it is good. So it will be Phoebus striking here.
Yeah, they went to Dylan Crimp that time for the 20-yard field goal in overtime, not Anderson. And Hampton now with a run play. It gets stuffed. Phoebus' defense coming up with just as big stops there. Vital job to do that. And then you see the Phoebus pressure getting to Jeremy Eubank there as you see the defensive ends really collapsing on Miles Gibbers with one of them there. So it's going to be third down and long at the 9-yard line. And Marshawn Williams up the middle, gets some good blocking and tough running. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. The Crabbers stun the Phantoms in overtime on third down, and they snap the 6-game losing streak head-to-head with Phoebus, 13-10 in favor of the Crabbers in overtime in a thriller.
Very exciting game. As we said before, these two teams, whenever they meet, it's a lot of pride on the line. This year, no hardware, but Hampton with a 13-10 victory.
Williams with 53 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, including the game winner there. Pittman in a losing effort, 148 yards rushing. And don't forget about Justin Lyles with the touchdown catch and plenty of big tackles on defense.
And we'll take a look around the rest of the district. Warwick with a 35-0 victory over Gloucester. And then a final, Kickintan 28-21 over Menchville. Trenton Cannon, the PD leading rusher with 1,159 rushing yards. And in that game, I believe the Menchville kicker kicked a new record in field goal.
That's right, Matt. Dylan Christopher with a 60-yard field goal, a new VHSL record for the Monarchs, and he's only a junior, so he'll be back next season for Menchville. And the last score in that Peninsula District this weekend, it was Heritage 28-6 over Denby. Khalid Abdullah with 169 yards rushing and a touchdown.
We'll now pop over to the Bay Rivers. It's Pocosin 27-10 over Lafayette. Dylan Hill with 115 rushing yards in that contest. Bruton over New Kent 22-14. Scott Frazier with the score in that game. York beating Grafton 7-0. Alex Johnson with the rushing touchdown. And Tab over Smithfield 17-7. Jake Brown 123 rushing yards and 2 scores. And finally Jamestown 50-33 over War Hill. Turner with 125 yards on the ground and a score.